Hey. How about now? Let me see if it's working. How about now? God, I'm such a fucking booming Muppet, man. Living up to Harley 4K. Living up to the name. Nothing truer has been said. Thank you, Harley. There we go. How's everybody doing? Sorry about that. That's why I hate Streamlabs. That's why I was testing it out. I still have it around for... It's okay for YouTube, but mostly I'm on OBS now. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Totem King says there's a pile of weed behind me. Must be talking about a lot of green. Jay Darko, are you ever going to react to Bottom? I've been reacting to Bottom for quite some time, but I can't get it up on YouTube, so it's only on Patreon. So sorry about that. Oh, thank you, McT. Let's see if my alert box is working properly. So hopefully that'll be read out. Yeah, I did. Elsie, I did say hello. I said congratulations. You're the first one here. There we go.
It all goes to pot with no queen around, lol.
I know, it really does. Thank you for the super chat, McT. It really does. She's really busy. I was actually trying to get her to do a Father Ted reaction before I went on, but we encountered a problem that we had to take care of for an hour, so unfortunately I couldn't get her on. How's everybody doing today? How are things in the world? Is everybody doing all right? You should review All Quiet on the Western Front. Yes, Mr. Smith. I definitely want to see that. I don't think I'm going to put the Queen through that, though, because I made her watch 1917, the movie, which is one of my favorite war movies now. So I don't know when that's going to drop on YouTube, because it takes me forever to edit movie reactions, but it's up on Patreon. And she cried multiple times through that movie. And she just hates war. She hates that it's a thing. So I'm probably going to do that one on my own. But I've been dying to watch that movie. Man, I still get people asking me to watch Still Game. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I did one. I barely laughed in it, then I did two more, and I don't think I laughed at all. So it's just one of those things. Please don't tell me I'm a terrible person for not liking it. Kieran Bain says, you're a legend, King Boomer. No, you are, sir. You are. I bow to you. Bailey, love your Inbetweeners reactions. I rewatch them like 3 times a week. Oh my god. Those have been over for a couple months now. Wow, you're a dedicated Inbetweener reaction fan. So thank you. Yeah, sorry, Lewis. It's not my thing. It's like the two things, I actually discussed this with Daniel on his podcast. The two things that I didn't really, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, it's not for me. It was the show Still Game and the comedian Mickey Flanagan. Like, every time I tried to watch Mickey Flanagan, I was like, this ain't for me. But then you have some people who are like, oh, you don't know what real comedy is, and they come after you, so. It's the name of the game. Bo Selecta. Yes, I want to do a
Watch
Bo
Mark
Selecta
Spellman's
soon.
Golden Buzzer with the Queen. See if you both cry. Emotional magic. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Thank you, McT. Watch Mark. I didn't quite hear that. Mark Spellman, Golden Buzzer. Emotional Magic. Mark Spellman, Golden Buzzer. I've never heard of that. That's a first. You look serious. You on the beer? No, I'm on pre-workout to get my day going. You know how much people think I'm drunk all the time in my reaction videos? You know how many times I've drank in the last month? Once. I had 1 glass of wine in the last month. So I'm a pretty dried boomer right now. Alex Holmes, Inbetweeners just didn't do it for me. Hey, yeah, see? Comedy is subjective, man. It's to each their own. The Inbetweeners reactions were the most popular on the channel, but like Alex just said, it's not everybody's cup of tea. You know, I remember I did have like 1 or 2 comments saying like, you know, I hate that you're doing all this Inbetweener stuff, but you know, it's your preference, really, is what it is. There's nothing wrong with not particularly liking a certain thing, you know. Craig David. I don't have a sound trap on the mic, so if it's kind of loud, I apologize. But I literally just put it in the thing, so I haven't had time to add filters or anything. What is the workout? Reaction videos is the workout. I'm trying to catch up on reactions because I've had so much going on in my life lately. Over the weekend, I worked 36 hours in 3 days. Because I don't know if you guys know, I have a job, and I'm a bartender. And I switched to part-time so I could do more YouTube stuff. But currently, like, we're short on staff, so I basically scheduled 1 day a week, but I'm on call. So they always call me in, and I end up working, like, when they do call me in, I end up working like 12 or 13 hours straight. So it's been wearing me out, but you know. So like 2 weeks ago, I got called in 5 consecutive days in a row. So I basically worked a full week at my bartending job. But yeah, at Bo Selecta, I got to get back into. I said last chat that I would do it again, but I haven't got around to it yet. So I'll try to do one tonight. By the way, some of the Father Ted episodes have extra scenes after the credits. Yeah, Beast. I've been keeping them in on Patreon, but the after credits. I only keep the after credits scene in on YouTube if it makes us laugh. Like, usually it's just like, oh, what's going on here? Eh. But, yeah, we know they're in there. What's the strongest American beer? That's a good question. I don't know. Like, out of the popular ones that people know of, probably Budweiser. But there's a bunch of, you know, like craft beers and stuff that are made here that are like twice as strong as Budweiser, but there's like hundreds of them, so I have no idea what they are. I like cheap, weasel piss beer, so I don't really get into the craft stuff or the stouts or anything. Working so much, penis. Hazleton, are you referring to the bartending job helps pay? Absolutely. Believe it or not, that's still my main source of income, so it's not YouTube. Reaction channels actually don't make like tons of money because, like, you know, half of our videos are the revenue usually goes to whoever owns the original video. Oh, wow, there's 84 of you. Hello. The squirrel and bow select is hilarious. I haven't gotten around to that yet. Hello from Spencer and I, king of Muppetry and all things in between. What's up, guys? My two favorite buddies on YouTube, Daniel and Spencer. What's going on? Hope you guys are having a good day. Mark, sorry to ask, but when can you react to the Royal Family with Ricky Tomlinson, all the series I requested it a while back? I've got so many shows going that I hesitate to start new shows right now. Because if I, I'm already getting flack for not updating, putting up certain shows more regularly, so it's a balancing act with reaction channels, man. If you start another show and it takes away from another show, the people who love the other show get pissed off. So I'm doing what I can when I can. Spencer! Hey, Spencer's in here too. What's up, guys? Lad and Dad, how's it going from Liverpool? It's going good, man.
Any females?
Roti, thank you for the super chat. Well, the one female that I have in my life has just left for work. So, at the moment, no. But thank you very much for the super chat. Always appreciate it. How's the Richard? How's the new dog doing? She's doing good. She's very skittish though. She's very afraid of things. But she's doing all right. She's getting more and more comfortable. So I think we've had her for a month now, and it's almost a completely different dog from when we first got rescued her. So. R.I.P. Paul Ritter. You know what I realized about Paul Ritter, actually? Because after a few of the Friday night dinner reactions, I was like, he looks familiar to me. But I can't quite put my finger on it. So I looked up his filmography on Wikipedia, and I didn't realize that he was Comrade Dyatlov, the guy who screwed up the nuclear power plant at Chernobyl in the Chernobyl show, which I think is one of the greatest shows ever made. Them HBO shows, man, are like, nobody does it better than HBO. But I didn't realize that was him. And he was great in that role. Because he was such a, I can't tell. Is the YouTube... Because I'm looking over here at the YouTube chat, but the Streamlabs chat is here. And it looks like the YouTube chat is faster than my Streamlabs chat. Prince Ginger, dude, you look like WWE IRS wrestler. Ha ha ha! Wow, what a throwback. It's I will correct you though. It's WWF. WWE sucks. WWF was the shit. And I do know who you're talking about. That's funny. That is funny. Thank you for that. What do you think of the whole Euro situation, says Andy Lewis. I haven't been paying attention much. What's going on with the Euro? Is it crashing? What's going on? What's going on with the Euro? I do know that from my last trip in when we went to Greece, the euro was like just about the same as the dollar was, which was not always the case. So the euro has lost its value a little bit. Totem King, did they get rid of WWF because of the World Wildlife Federation? Yes. Yeah, they were about to sue the WWF wrestling promotion for like everything, and it was obvious they were not going to win, so they changed their name to WWE. Scarlett is playing a Japanese game. I've been checking out the games on my emulator for Twitch, which what was his name? Sir Hillary Manfat was the one who recommended I got this emulator, so I got it, and it's a lot of fun. And I've been doing some gameplay on it on Twitch. Who is your manager these days? Nobody. I don't have a manager. I don't have an agent. I still, to this day, have not taken a single promotion from any offers that I've gotten. So that's why I was really confused when I got called a scumbag when I created a Patreon, because I've never taken a promotion ever on the channel. So if I really wanted money, I'd take all these promotions. But I don't like usually don't like what the products that they want me to promote. I'm like, I would never use this. Your manager is Queen. See, Steven, that's correct. That is the correct answer. Queen Boomer is my manager. React to the most violent WWF matches. I don't know, man, because the problem is I've probably seen most of them. You know, when you think of, you automatically think of like Mankind versus The Undertaker. You doing a watch along for WrestleMania? No, I haven't watched a WrestleMania since. What was the last one I watched? It was when The Undertaker lost to Roman Reigns, which at this point was probably like what, like 6-7 years ago, something like that. Somebody said, when's your OnlyFans coming out? I keep getting asked about OnlyFans. I'm not doing an OnlyFans. You're the only channel that hasn't manscaped? Cheer yourself. You know what's funny about that? I was offered a promotion by Manscaped. And I would actually enjoy their products, because I manscape myself all the time. Little inside info. But I turned it down because everybody else did it. So I was like, I don't, you know, I'm not gonna do it because everybody else has done it. Jacob Isaac says, I'm off. This is boring. Okay. Have a nice day. What is OnlyFans? Says Philip. I would tell you to look it up, but you might have a wife who would get upset if they found out what you were looking it up. Do what you want to do, mate, says Patty. Thank you. If Queen is your manager, does that mean she passes you a steel chair when the ref's distracted? Yes. Oh, yeah. You into UFC? No. No, I've always been more of a boxing guy. Tyson Fury is my boy. I love that guy. What reactions are you recording today? I'm going to do only after I get off here. I'm going to do only Fools and Horses for Patreon because I can't get them up on YouTube. And I'll probably do another peep show. And then I need to get a movie reaction done, so I think the movie I'm going to do next is the Alan Partridge movie. Because I can't seem to get my hands on Alan Partridge shows, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the movie, and hopefully it's great. Christopher Carr, how you doing, man? I'm doing okay. Are you coming to the UK? Not anytime soon. I wanted to go there this year, but a lot of things are happening in my life and Queen Boomer's life that we can't make it this year. So hopefully, maybe next year. Hopefully. Trial W. Well, hey, I might do a WWF reaction, maybe. I wonder what kind of copyright landmines I'll run across, but maybe I'll give it a shot. Dude, I wouldn't at this price rate. It's expensive. Yeah, that's what I mean. It with the time periods we were trying to go, it was almost like $1,000 a plane ticket, and fuck, that's a lot. So we put it on hold, and we're like, maybe we'll find better prices in a couple months. But now it's out of the question because we got a lot going on. Alan says, "What's your favorite reaction so far?" Probably the football chants. Sorry, I almost committed blasphemy there. The football chants are always so much fun. Tom Gunner says, it's okay if you're not coming here. Having these little chats is good for conversing with your audience. That's true. I do want to go there, though. It's just right now it's impossible. Maybe next year, but we'll see. I really do want to get over there. Because even before I started the channel, I've always wanted to visit the British Isles. So, who's your favorite Premier League team? I don't have one. Because once I commit to one, some of you guys are going to kill me. That's why I never picked one. Still waiting for King Boomer to do a stunt on the green screen. I'm actually surprised that I haven't knocked this thing over yet. John Fitzgerald says, speaking of reactions, when will we be seeing you react to the Inbetweeners movie 2, or have you recorded it? I've recorded it. It's been up for a while now, dude. I think I put it up on YouTube like 2 months ago. It's up on the channel if you want to check it out. Joshua Causer says the festival was hilarious, bro. Yeah, thank you for that. I love that movie. I'm trying. It was weird. It's one of those times. This doesn't happen often on YouTube, but you put a video up, and then within minutes of it premiering, they demonetize it and put a claim on it. And with this particular claim, it said 96% of your audience cannot see this video now. So I took it, and this happened 3 different times. I took it down 3 different times. And I've been re-editing it and uploading it, and now I just sit and wait for a day or two to see if they put another claim on it, and that's happened 2 more times. So it's the one that I currently have is scheduled to drop tomorrow, but I'm like constantly checking to see. In fact, I'm going to check right now and see if they put a claim on it, because I'm trying to get that out for you guys, because I thought that was one of our favorite reactions we've ever done, was the festival, and I dare say that it was almost as good as the first Inbetweeners movie. So hopefully tomorrow it will drop with no hiccups. Favorite Inbetweeners scene ever? It's got to be Jay with the hams. The hams flying everywhere in the movie. I literally almost pissed myself watching that. I was laughing so hard. Alan, I've checked out Still Game. Didn't really like it, man. Sorry. She's not weird. She's just Australian. Simon throwing up in the kitchen is your favorite? I mean, that was really funny, yeah. I don't know. All my favorite scenes involve Jay. I love Jay. Jay is my favorite character. James Buckley is the man for creating that character. This is England. I've got This is England written down on my movie reaction list. So I don't know what I'm going to get around to it, but I've got it written down. Might be a while though. Amanda Abrahams, how many times have you used the word twat while out driving in public? I use it a lot more, that's for sure. But when I'm driving, the C word I use the most. Believe it or not. I just can't use that word on YouTube. That's like the number one most frowned upon word in the YouTube community guidelines. Patty May says Neil, my best legend. Yeah, that's Queen Boomer's favorite character is Neil. Neil got funnier and funnier as the thing went on. Like, he really grew on me. Do you like Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm? Seinfeld, no. Curb Your Enthusiasm, yes. Curb Your Enthusiasm is great. I never liked Seinfeld, though. Take it easy, Lazy Minnie. Have you watched James Buckley and White Gold? No, but I plan on doing that eventually. Once I get done with some of these other shows. Next Peep Show reaction on Patreon. That one will probably be... I'm probably going to do one tonight, so it'll probably be up tomorrow. Miles Cropper says, hey, mate. How you doing, Miles? You should have a live watch along of Inbetweeners, King. Mm. More Would I Lie to You reactions, please. Yeah, that... I need to get back into that and Bo Selecta. Lazy Mini, that sounds dodgy. Don't make fun of his name, man. Lazy, I got your back. Have you recorded any more Graham Norton videos? No. No, I'm trying to catch up, man. I got so much going on. Christopher Carr, your videos keep me going, and thank you. Awaiting open heart surgery. Oh my God. I hope you get, I hope you recover real fast, man. I hate to hear that, man. Where's my, Is there a heart emoji somewhere? There it is. Christopher, you hang in there, bud.
Yo, dude.
Oh,
Hope you and Queen Boomer are both well. Will you do reactions to Bottom or the Young Ones?
James Dowling, thank you very much for the super chat. I saw somebody else mention Red Dwarf also. So here's the thing. Bottom, I'm doing reactions exclusively on Patreon because I can't get them up on YouTube. Same thing with Only Fools and Horses. That's another one where I can't get them up on YouTube. Only Fools and Horses, I'm not even trying because from every other reactor that I'm in contact with, they have nightmare stories about trying to get those videos up on YouTube, and it's basically impossible. And as I found out on my own, because I tried to upload a Red Dwarf reaction for 2 days straight, it's like impossible to get up on YouTube. It just gets blocked constantly. So Red Dwarf is another one where I've done 3 episodes so far, and unfortunately it's only going to be on Patreon because I can't get them up on YouTube at all. So yeah, there's 3 shows that that I've been reacting to that I can't get on YouTube. I've been putting them up on Patreon only. It's Only Fools and Horses, Bottom, and Red Dwarf. So it sucks, but you know. Gary Hurd, thank you for the super chat. Wow, that's a very generous one. It says he's my #1 fan. Really? Thank you very much, Gary. You're too kind. I haven't done Young Ones though, but I did the very first episode of Young Ones, and I didn't really like it that much. I did that one like a long time ago too, and I did one, and I didn't even try to put it up because it was basically just me sitting there like this. But Bottom, I think, is hilarious. I've done 5 episodes of Bottom. I've done the whole first season of Only Fools and Horses, and I've done 3 episodes of oops, there we go. 3 episodes of Red Dwarf. Who do you prefer in Peep Show, Mark or Jeremy? Neither. They're both terrible. They're both garbage human beings. But those characters are so entertaining. I love that show. Elsie, thank you for stopping by. You take care as well. It was good to see you again. And yes, Alan, sending well wishes to Christopher Carr. Hope he makes a speedy recovery. What's your favorite meal? I've always, I mean, not specific, but in terms of like genres of food, I've always liked the Mediterranean style food, like Italian or Greek. Those are my favorite types of food to eat. But just a meal. And I'm probably going to stick with that genre because whenever I get my hands on some good lamb. I love lamb. It's probably growing up going to like my neighbor's Greek Easter, so
Did
lamb
your
is
Discord
awesome.
get removed? Can't see it anymore. Also, can you please do a plebs reaction? It's so good, man. Similar to Inbetweeners.
Yeah, plebs. Thank you, Charlie Wood. Did your Discord get removed? No, I took the Discord down for multiple reasons, but one of the main ones was I was getting too many personal DMs, and it was like blasting my. Even when I turned notifications off, like things would pop up, like, "Hey man, can you watch this for me?" And it's just I would get like 10 private messages a day, and it just got overwhelming. And of course, in the rules on the Discord server, it said please don't try to @ the king or privately message him, because I like to keep my Discord friends list pretty private. And then on top of that, one of my moderators on there told me that it just got like overwhelmed with like a bunch of porn stuff, and I don't want people seeing that on like something that I'm attached to, so I took it down. It was a great tool for video suggestions, but the rest of it just got out of hand, and it was too much to deal with, so I took it down. So I apologize for that.
I've just signed up to your Patreon, mate.
James Dowling, thank you very much. I hope you like it. Some people really hate it. But yeah, all the shows that you were talking about, most of them are on there. So hope you enjoy it, pal. Thank you for signing up. Appreciate you. And thank you for the super chats. But back to Charlie. Plebs. I've heard of it. I watched the trailer. I do want to get around to it eventually. Once again, I'm doing so many shows that I want to get like a lot of the other shows out of the way first. But that looks like it's going to be a riot. And you know, I love that it's set in like ancient Rome, so it seems like it's right up my alley. I just haven't got around to it yet, but I really want to get around to it. Is that why you're not on OnlyFans, Tom? You muppet. I like your little beard, says Handman1. Thank you. Have you tried Ricky Gervais's The Office? Yeah. The British version? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I think it's vastly superior to the American version. Although, people here in the States, like, don't even know the British one exists.
Hi, King of the Muppets. How is the Queen?
Jason Woods, how you doing? Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. The Queen is very busy. She's currently at work. She's had a rough 2 weeks. So have I. But we're in it. We're in this together, so we're hoping things are on the up coming up here. Hello, Fozzie. Amanda Abraham says, I don't hate Patreon. I'm still trying to catch up on some of the movies. That's why I made a separate tier for $2 more for the movie reactions, because they take so much time. And then once you do them and put them on Patreon, that took 2 or 3 hours out of your day. Editing them for YouTube takes like 6 to 8 hours in a day, like almost a full work day. So that's why it's $5 instead of $3. But I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you for signing up to the Patreon. Will you be getting back into gaming streams, Arky3000? Believe it or not, I have a Twitch channel now. And in fact, as soon as I get off of this live stream, I'm hopping onto Twitch and doing a gaming stream on there. If you're wondering where you can find it in the description below this particular live stream. I always put the links to all my other social media outlets in every video that I post, so you can find other things in there too. But yeah, gaming streams are now on Twitch. Currently we have, I think, 180 followers or something like that. So that's growing slowly too. But I do all my gaming streams on there now. Because every time I try to do a gaming stream on YouTube, it's like, you know, you start off with like 100 people in the live stream, and then it drops to 20 because they're like, oh, fuck, he's playing video games. This is going to be boring. So I moved it to Twitch because Twitch is like almost exclusively gaming content, so. Alex Holmes says I got the flu. Well, please recover quickly. And teach that flu a lesson, will ya? You have a good night too, Alex. GameCat says the king is too beautiful for OnlyFans. Aw. Thank you. Eric G says, Boomer, what do you reckon when American shows try to remake British shows, work or not? What do I reckon? Well, dagnabbit, I reckon that they shouldn't do it because they shouldn't be involved with all that British nonsense they got going on over there. That's what I reckon. No, I don't like it when they do, when they try to copy or reinvent British shows, because the original idea is usually better anyway. Are there any shows that like were popular in America and then they tried to recreate them in like the UK or Ireland or anything? Because if there are, I don't know about them. Flex and Bust Gaming says, are you crazy Florida man we keep reading about? No, but I could if you want me to be. Jason Woods, you have a good day, man. I always get like, even when I watch a show from the UK or Ireland, whenever I see an American character, I'm like, oh shit. It's surprising to me. Amanda Abrahams says it's not easy catching up. I'm assuming you're talking about the Patreon. I still get messages saying you don't upload enough. You know, I literally the other day I had some guy personally message me saying like, you know, you should make it cheaper because you don't upload every single day. And I said, like, politely, I was like, look, I do what I can when I can because I don't have you know, unlimited amount of time. And then he persisted with more messages like, no, dude, you need to make it cheaper. Like, these other Patreons upload daily, and I literally was like, dude, don't tell me what to do. Get the fuck out of here. I gave him a refund. I was like, fuck that. Don't tell me how to run my fucking time. The fucking nerve of this guy. Zeno. The Yanks made the film Equalizer and made it better than our own. I had no idea that was originally a British film. Imagine going, yes, Erwin's laughing, the nerve, the fucking nerve. Imagine if you were, if you go to, like, I don't know if you guys have this, you probably don't have this over there, but here in the States, there's a Chick-fil-A, and it's not open on Sundays, and every other fast food joint is open every day. Imagine walking up to Chick-fil-A and going, hey, can I get the nuggets for $5 instead of $8? Because you're not open on Sundays, and they are. Goodbye, Ronald. Have a very nice dinner. Much love from your American Muppet on this side of the Atlantic. Would Claire Price, would you be opening a PO box so you can receive gifts? Unfortunately, no. I was open to the idea a few months back, and then I talked to other reactors about it, and they've been sent some pretty awful things from some crazy people. And once I heard that, I decided against it. It's always the crazy people that gotta ruin it for everybody else, man. Ever consider watching the IT Crowd or the Mighty Boosh? I've heard of both. I watched a clip of the IT Crowd, and I probably watched like a terrible clip to start off with because I didn't find it funny. But I've gotten so many requests for IT Crowd, so maybe down the road I will eventually get around to doing an episode of that. Alan, what do I think of Harry and Meghan? Basically, what everybody else does at this point. I don't know if you ever saw that South Park episode they did, making fun of them. We want privacy. We want privacy. The Worldwide Privacy Tour. It's a great episode. That's basically what I think. I don't want to like super trash them, but which sucks because I've never really had a problem with anybody else in the royal family except for maybe what's the pedophile guy's name? I forget. Prince Andrew? Yeah, he's got to go. Erwin said, damn, I was going to send you my magical underpants to you. Now I won't. Please don't. Right? Stuff like that ruined it for once I got around to making reaction videos. King and Queen, Luke Fisher, King Queen Boomers tries. God, I can't even talk anymore. British Snacks would have been hilarious. That's the thing is though, like I can find British Snacks on Amazon. I looked it up once before. I haven't got them yet, but I can get them myself and get them shipped to me pretty quick. So I might just get the stuff. So that way you guys who want to send me that stuff can save your money for all that shipping costs and stuff. Because I don't, I can't imagine what the shipping cost is across the Atlantic. It's probably something really ridiculous. So save your money on that. Because I think eventually I will do like a taste testing video of British snacks and stuff. But I can get that stuff on my own on Amazon, so save your money. People are laughing about the Worldwide Privacy Tour, yeah. If you haven't seen that South Park episode of them making fun of Harry and Meghan, you have to check it out. It's gold. South Park is the best show for making fun of all things that are going around, not just in the United States, but everywhere in the world. One last thing about Harry and Meghan. I kind of like just feel, because I don't think Harry is like, I don't think this is Harry that we're seeing in the news all the time the last 2 years. I think the Megan's the one that's like captured him and transformed him into this, thing that he is now. So I really put the blame on Megan. Harry, I think, is a victim of her. But I could be wrong. Maybe he was always, this whiny little prick. But who knows? Because I don't follow them religiously. I just hear things. Have you got Mexican jumping beans? No, I don't, Lewis. Do you know, Erwin says, do you know about the series Shameless? It's a good series, and America has done a good job. Also, yeah, I've watched Shameless before. I've seen it. I didn't, I've been told before that it's a British show that was remade. But I always forget that. You putting any water in that ice? I will right now. Danny Lee body. How about that? The Worldwide Privacy Tour. Just Incredible says, Boomer, we just got rid of Harry and Meghan plus James Corden. And we don't want them back in the UK ever. What happened to James Corden? I know who he is, but like, what happened to James Corden? Can somebody tell me? I don't know. That's how you know I don't keep up with everything that's going on. I try to shut out what's going on in the outside world but around me because it's always crazy shit. But what happened to James Corden? Is it bad? What happened? Just Invincible said, I saw your donation to Dr. Disrespect yesterday. Did you see his epic fail? Yes. I love Dr. Disrespect, man. He's my favorite guy I follow. Him and Tyrone Magnus are my two favorites. Tyrone Magnus is kind of laid back now, but like 5 or 6 years ago, he was untouchable in the reaction game. Are you doing this chat from inside a closet? No, I'm doing it from inside a spaceship, Mike James. I've donated quite a bit to Dr. Disrespect. I think he's incredible. His production value is outmatched. He's the best. He's the only video game streamer that is entertaining to me. So I try to donate to him as much as I can. So what happened? Yeah, Harry needs to divorce Meghan. He needs to divorce her and then make it possible so she can't come in within 100 miles of him ever again. Because I feel like Harry is being the one who's being manipulated and twisted into this weird mentality that she's got him hooked on. Do you play Battlefield 2042? No, I haven't played that one, no. So what happened to James Corden? I don't think it's caught up yet. Alan says he got fatter. That's all I can see is he got fatter. Actually, Joshua said he's so annoying and not funny. So, okay. I just know he has that one talk show. I've never seen him in, like, anything. And I know he's in that movie Cats because Ricky Gervais called him a fat pussy. In that Golden Globes joke. So that was really funny. So that's the only thing I know he's in. CM17. React to Harry and Chum's The Kevin and Perry skits. Yeah, I gotta get around to the skits. I've done the movie, Kevin and Perry Go Large. That's up on the channel, the movie reaction. We should direct the hate towards the Royals, not Meghan. Says, Flex. Well, in a way, Flex, if that's how you feel about it, you should be thanking Meghan because she's drawing a lot of negative attention to the royal family at the moment. So maybe Meghan's your girl. Because she has directed a lot of negative attention towards them. James Corden is rude, says Tom Gunner. And apparently that makes him worse than Will Smith. Well, has he slapped anybody? On stage in front of the entire world? Who's like twice as small as him? Did y'all see that Chris Rock stand-up he did finally talking about it? That was great. Because ever since that incident, I have a very low opinion of Will Smith, which sucks, because I was always a big Will Smith fan. But I feel like Jada's got him in this twisted mentality as well. Same with the same way Meghan's got Harry in that twisted mentality. Remember, it's just my opinion. It's not facts. It's just how I look at it from very far away with very minimal attention of paying attention to it. So if anything I say upsets you, remember, don't take it seriously, because I don't care what comes out of my mouth. Have you seen Ricky Gervais in Afterlife? I watched, like, the first season a little bit. It was okay. I really like the outtakes, though. Anything that has Ricky Gervais... I always get asked to watch outtakes from Ricky Gervais shows, and trust me, I've seen them. It's, anything that's involved Ricky Gervais, there's like a 98% chance that I've seen it. He disrespected Patrick Stewart. Oh, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Patrick Stewart is the man. I love that guy. R. Sripper, nice to catch you live. Are you leaving me? Well, if you are, have a good night, pal. Thanks for stopping by. The Octacruel. I know you've bigged up Natalie Gold and Embrace the Suck 21 as reactors, but have you seen the what does that say? Octacruel twins? No, I haven't. Let me look them up. Is that the right way to spell it? It's not coming up. I think he spelled it wrong. Or maybe I did. Hold on. God, I can't spell. I'm such a muppet. So, Octacruel reactions. Let me see these guys. They got a lot more subscribers than I do. Like 30,000 more, so big ups to them. So they're watching movies. Okay. I'll check them out. Let me hit that subscribe button for them. I'll check them out. The thing with, you notice like on their page, like it's like this reaction was posted 1 day ago, 3 days ago, 6 days ago, 8 days ago. So it's not like multiple videos in a day. The thing with movie reactions, they take so long to edit. That's why you don't see many movie reactions popping up on my channel. Because it takes me like 6 to 8 hours just to edit one reaction. It takes up an entire day almost. But I'll definitely have to check these guys out. The other thing with movie reactions is I'm skeptical because some movie reaction channels are watching, like, first time watching Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, The Terminator, all these movies that everybody's seen. And I'm like, I don't believe you. You know, because everybody's seen those. Gazendo, James Corden has a missed opportunity for compensation claim against Durex. I don't get that one. But Xenomorph thought it was hilarious, so. Greetings from Liverpool. Hello, Ant. Hey, Boomer. Good day from Western Australia. That's not a knife. This is a knife. After watching Bottom Series, which is on Patron if you didn't know, are you going to watch Bottom live shows? They get away with so much more and are more slapstick fighting. Oh, definitely. 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 Thank you, Chippy Salt. You know what? Speaking of Australia, I wanted to do another Rodney Rude reaction. I had a Rodney Rude reaction video that didn't really gain much traction when I put it up initially, and then 3 months later it started blowing up. And all these Australians started chiming in and subscribing to the channel. So I owe Australia another Rodney Rude reaction. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Are you going to watch Sticky Vicky when you're next in Europe? No. No, I'm staying away from Sticky Vicky. Man, a lot of hate for James. Is James Corden like the most hated man in the British celebrity circles right now? I've seen a lot of hate for James Corden. All I knew about him was that he had that one like talk show or whatever. Yeah, Boomer. Megan kept mocking our queen many times. Didn't she mock everybody in the family? Like, she called them all racists and... Again, if you haven't seen that Chris Rock stand-up on Netflix, please watch it, because there's like 10 minutes in there of Chris Rock talking about Meghan Markle and Harry, and it's fucking hilarious. Piers Morgan tells the truth. I'm not really a Piers Morgan fan. Although, I mean, I know I did see, like, videos of him, like, standing up to all the Harry and Meghan nonsense that they were spewing about the royal family. So good for him on that. Although most Americans here don't really like him because, you know, when he had that CNN show, he would nonstop try to get us to change our gun laws. There's a funny Alex Jones bit where Piers Morgan interviews Alex Jones, and what does Alex Jones say? He, like, screams at him. He's like, "Go back to the country that already took away your guns if you don't like it." Or something like that. That was a wild interview. Piers Morgan will hack your phone. Ah! Oh, God. He will hack your phone. Unless you were saying Harry is a celebrity, yeah. Boomer, check out... What does that say? Jimmy Oin? Who is that? I don't even know how to say that one. James Corden plays a good part in Gavin and Stacey, was good in A League of Your Own. Then he ran off to America. There's a League of Your Own movie about the women's baseball during World War II here. It's got Tom Hanks in it. That's actually a really good movie. But I'm sure it's not the same movie. You're probably talking about a completely different movie. Phones are already hacked. Never mind. Yeah, that's true. Meghan Markle tried to cancel Jeremy Clarkson. That's not surprising. She's trying to cancel South Park right now because of the worldwide privacy tour. We want privacy. We want privacy. Your gun laws do need changing. I agree. We need to be like Switzerland, where every citizen is issued one and is trained how to use them. I grew up on South Park here. Okay, so it's pretty big over there too. South Park is amazing. How many times are innocent kids going to get murdered until your government does something? The government does too much already. Everything the government does is terrible. You put your trust in government, you're not getting anywhere. And if your solution is to take the guns away from the people who are obeying the law, you know, because most of these crimes are committed by people who acquire illegal firearms. So the criminals are already going to get their guns regardless of what your laws are. And when you have a nation where there's like 10 times the amount of guns as there are people, where the guns are already readily available, even on black markets and things, taking away guns from citizens who've never committed a crime, that's not going to solve anything. That's going to make it worse. Because if you're talking about the recent thing that happened in Nashville, guess how the shooter was stopped? By a good person with a gun. So the more, you know, this might be controversial to some people, but I think the more training and the more guns issued to law-abiding citizens, that's a much better solution. Have you watched the movie Move Home? Have you moved home, Boomeroid? What does that mean? I mean, the thought of, I mean, the whole gun thing, like, you know, I'm not like a major, like, hoorah, I love my guns person. It's like, if you want to know, yes, I do own a few, but the thought of taking away guns from people who already have them, who have never committed any crimes, is fucking stupid to me. And the thought of the only people who are allowed to have these firearms are the government and the criminals. When the government acts like criminals 90% of the time, that sounds absolutely fucking terrifying to me. So no thank you. Yeah, I've heard about the knife thing. That's like, don't you? I've been told. I don't know how. There's probably stipulations and things, much like there are guns here. Like, people think we just have automatic machine guns sitting in our homes. You have to be have permission from the government to own an automatic firearm here in the States. A lot of people don't know that. And even if you have an automatic firearm and you have the license to it, which takes over a year to get, by the way, most automatic firearms, like fully automatic, where you just hold the trigger once and the whole clip goes out and just sprays bullets everywhere, the prices on those types of firearms are like $25,000 to $35,000 each. So it's more than a fucking car. So having automatic firearms is essentially a privilege of the rich in the United States. The conception that like all of us are holding these automatic firearms everywhere, no, almost nobody has them here because it's damn near impossible to get. You have to have permission, and you have to have $25,000 to $35,000. So even though I'm not like hoorah, like gun this, gun that, like I do know a lot about the firearm situation here. Never mind the guns. What about the meth flowing through the whole chip? Exactly. Yeah, this fentanyl shit. It's killing people left and right. I know people like in my town alone, like people that I've worked with. It's killed like two people that I know. And, that whole shit is infuriating. You have to be over 18 to buy knives in the UK. But, like, here's the thing about the knife question I have, because, like, is anything, like, short, like, it doesn't matter the length, is considered a knife. Are you allowed to own knives at your own home? Because you need knives to, like, you know, cook dinner and cut up vegetables and things like that. Are you not allowed to have those in your own homes? Because that sounds ridiculous to me. David Brent, Life on the Road. That's a movie? Okay. I've never seen it. I might have to check it out, Ollie. But yeah, the whole, like, you know, banning knives thing, it's just, I don't know. I am off the guns, Weston. I'm on knives now. You muppet. Trick Daddy, Trick Dicky. Tricky Dicky. Suddenly crack up laughing with a green screen behind you. Where would you run? And surprisingly, I haven't knocked it over yet. See, Sean Finley, that's a great... The world is full of hate. Fuck weapons. Let's spread the love. I like that a lot. So Rebecca says you're not allowed to carry knives outside of the home. So you're allowed to have them in the home, just you can't carry them outside of the home. I mean, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that's how it is with us, too. For the most part. Nobody forces people to take fentanyl, though. Well, not everybody has a as strong as a will of you, 4K. I mean, I don't do drugs. I never understood the whole, like, because here in the States we have a really bad problem with, like, prescription drugs and people, like, crush them up and snort them and take them all the time and try to get more prescriptions when they can't get their hands on more. I never understood any of that drug culture stuff, man. It's just, I'm so glad I never found that stuff appealing. Alan says, what if you're cooking barbecue outside? Yeah, it's a good question. Knife crime is higher in the U.S. than the U.K. anyway. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know. I got a lot of people in the chat saying this is depressing. Get off that stuff. So, I don't know. I might just wrap this up soon, but anything else going on in the world that you want to talk about? The whole point, I mean, you know, I've had people try to, like, you know, figure me out politically, like where I stand, which you can't, because I've got liberal and conservative views, and I want the government to stay the fuck away from me. So I don't like political parties. George Washington himself tried to warn us not to form political parties because it would drive us fucking crazy. So I'm that kind of guy. Have you watched old school programs like Porridge? No, I've never heard of it. Do some more history reactions? Yeah, I want to. I want to do all kinds of things. It's just lately I haven't had the time. I get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and then I wake up, go to work, get called into work, and then I come back and something happened at home. Politics is no better in the UK. From what I've seen, you're probably right. But I don't know it as well as you do, so I'd probably take your word for it. Politics is such a boner deflator. It really is. Talking about politics deflates your boners. It really does. CM17 says I'm moving to the USA because it's warm. Come to Florida, warmest state in the whole country. Can't beat the weather here if you like warm weather. It just gets really hot too for most like half of the year. So, what time is it there? It is almost 3 o'clock. Oh, the France protests are pretty wild. You know what's really wild that I saw on the news? God, I'm switching back to politics again. This fucking sucks. But I'd feel remiss if I didn't ask you if you guys saw the protest in Israel. Those protests are fucking wild. I mean, they're getting ready to literally like strangle every person in the government. Like, that's, oh my God, I was not expecting that from the people of Israel. That is some wild shit to see. Because their prime minister made like a power grab move or something like that. That was some wild, the protests, 300, I saw a video where it's literally, you're looking at 300,000 people and every one of them has a flag of Israel. Oh my God. Not even the nuttiest political circumstances here could garner a crowd that big. But sorry, I'll get out of the politics stuff. Did you hear, Matty D, did you hear about the man who who became a song, oh, is that English? He'd had a number one hit called Footloose. Oh, I've heard of Footloose, yeah. Sorry, I can't. It's either I can't read anymore or the wordage of this was kind of weird. Sorry, Maddie. Have you moved home? Your setup looks different, Boomer. No, it's just I got a green screen behind me. I'm getting ready to do a Twitch stream after this. Florida has the largest population of sharks in the ocean. Yes, it does. But guess what? You're safer in the ocean than you are a river or a lake here. Because usually the sharks leave you alone. Ian Reagan. Okay, back to the firearm thing. If the average, Ian says, if the average person in the street is an idiot, why give the average person access to a firearm and require less checks and training needed than to drive? Well, first of all, I don't think the average person is an idiot. And here's the thing. If everyone has access to a firearm and has been trained in using that firearm, if you go from state to state where they do something like that, the crime is way down. Because the people around, especially the criminals, are aware that the people around them are armed and know how to use them and will protect themselves and stop you if you are committing a crime. So, like the crime rates in areas where the percentage of people that are registered firearm carriers legally, those areas, the crime is massively down from places like Chicago, which has banned all type of firearms from being in the city, unless you are a government official or the police. Boomer, have you got iguanas where you live? I don't know. That's a good question. Parts of the northern USA have been oh my god, places in the north have had a really cold winter. Some of my friends who still live in places like Maryland and Delaware and Virginia have told me like they've got snowed on so much, like way out of the, like way more than usual. James, that's because the Discord doesn't exist anymore. I took it down. We were having problems with it, so I took it down. Sorry. Are you planning on watching Friday Night Dinner? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, you might not see a Friday Night Dinner reaction regularly, but because we got so many different shows we're watching that it's hard to get a rhythm going in a bunch of episodes in a row. So. Are you looking forward to the summer? Yes. Oh, Chadio. Denver has seen a lot more snow than normal this year. Yeah, because you live in Denver, Chad. The mile-high city. It probably snows in summer over there. Tricky Dicky. Sasquatches in Florida. As if I don't have enough wildlife to worry about here. James Rose says, why do you think you enjoy British comedy so much? Probably because I think it's better. And you guys have a much more varied roster than we do. And it's also like most of the why this reaction channel is so fun. It's because discovering all these shows and comedians and comedy things in general that I just didn't know existed before. So it's like a gold mine of laughter that never ends. So that's why I like it. What happened to Bo Selecta reactions? Yeah, I've been slacking on Bo Selecta, which I didn't mean to. I kind of forgot about it until a couple weeks ago when somebody reminded me of it. But I'm going to try to do one soon. Do you like horror films? Not really. Yeah, that's true, Joe Barron, because it basically is on the same latitude as Canada, but Canada's much colder. It's a good point. Drugs are bad, okay? The Worldwide Privacy Tour. What is the most popular British comedy shown in America, in your opinion? That's a tough one, man. I really don't know. I really don't know. They I'm thinking of like Shameless and The Office, but they like remake them in a popular American series over here, so they're not seeing the original one, so that you can't really put those up. If I had to say, I would say anything Ricky Gervais is involved in, because he's a big star over here. Everybody's heard of Ricky Gervais over here. He's probably the biggest star, crossover star from the UK to the US over here. So anything that he's involved in. What's your plan when you get 100,000 subscribers? Says Emma. How you doing, Emma? I don't know. I don't have a plan. I'm not working on one currently. The subscriber, people subscribing has kind of died off a little bit, honestly. It's I usually only get like 30 or 40 subscribers a day now added on to the channel, so it's kind of died off a little bit. So it's going to take me a long time to get to 100,000, unless I drop some type of video and it takes off the way like the Inbetweeners stuff did. So, have you seen Derek? Oh yeah. Those outtakes from Derek are so funny. God, everybody wants me to watch Still Game. Still. I've watched it. I sorry to say, I did not enjoy it. It didn't make me laugh much, if at all. I put up one reaction video to it where I barely laughed, and then I did two more, and I didn't even put them up because I didn't laugh at all. Sorry, man. Not my kind of show. Ricky Gervais is bigger than Jesus. Well, he probably is over there. Gaming Harry, get on Black Books, lad. I actually was planning on that. Wow, you got a check mark. Gaming Harry. I gotta check. Hold on. Do you do gaming stuff? Oh, this is interesting. Wow. Okay, I'm subscribing. So this is like walkthroughs? And it explains, like, video game stories. I love channels like that. Hell yeah. Nice job, man. I'm definitely going to check out some of this stuff when I have time, which I barely have any of now. I'm surprised you've not watched the Ricky Gervais show. No, I've seen it, Smaz. I've definitely seen it. It's one of my favorite. That's how I discovered Carl Pilkington. Explains the stories, yeah. I'll have to check that stuff out, Gaming Harry. Because I actually, sometimes, on my free time, I actually watch, like, gaming lore videos. Sometimes, so I'll check it out. Gervais, yeah, Ricky Gervais is huge here. He has been for like over a decade. Faulty Towers, yeah. If I do Faulty Towers, it's probably only going to be on Patreon because I know that other reactors have been trying to get Faulty Towers reactions up, and it's like impossible for them. So if I do, it'll be on Patreon. Oh, Queen Boomer's phone turned back on. Cool. I bet you like HBO's Band of Brothers and The Pacific. They're absolutely brilliant. Yeah, you know, I actually... It's probably like a lot of people here in the States prefer Band of Brothers to The Pacific. I like The Pacific better. I thought The Pacific was... Because, you know, World War II stuff in particular, when you're... And this was true of when it was going on, too. Like, the soldiers that got sent to Europe had a much better time, even with all the horrifying things going on. They had a much better time than the ones that got sent to the Pacific. Because the Pacific, you were basically sent to... You know, in the European theater, you would enter towns, and the people who would be liberated would be thanking you, and you could interact with... You know, the people who are so thankful that you came to help them throw off the tyranny of the Nazis. In the Pacific, if you were an American soldier anyway, you were sent there, and there was nobody to save. You were just sent there to dislodge the Japanese, who would not surrender. They would never surrender to you, and would fight to the death. And so you had to get every last one of them off the island, and they would not surrender. So it was brutal shit in the Pacific. So it was a totally different war than it was in, you know, the European theater. So the people who ended up in the Pacific, really, their mental capacity for horrifying things and just beyond horrific pressure and tense situations got tested beyond the maximum limit. So I really feel for people who got sent over the Pacific, which is my grandfather did, which is what I'm wearing as one of his 2 dog tags, because he got sent to the Pacific. When are you reacting to Benidorm episode 3? I've already done episode 3. It's up on Patreon, but it'll probably be a few days before I get it up on YouTube. We weren't massively involved in the Pacific Theater, so I prefer Band of Brothers. Yeah. I think if you ask these soldiers where they would have liked to have been deployed, they would have rather been deployed in Europe rather than the Pacific. 100 times out of 100. Is nobody else interested in Swedish culture? I am. Maybe it's because you're in a room full of Brits who know about Viking history and how bad it was for their ancestors. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Boomer, have you seen Fury? Incredible film. Yes, I have. I thought it was... It was okay. The concept of Fury I really liked, where it really... Thank you for the super chat, Fangtasius. The concept of Fury where, like, you know, because most war films try to portray, like, their side in a positive light where everybody's a good person and everything. But when you talk to people who've been through war, especially from wars a long time ago, it really wears down on you and turns people in, for at least for a short, the time they're in the war, it turns them into, you know, killing machines and people who would do unspeakable things, but in times of when they're home wouldn't even think about doing things like that. And I think Fury captured that very well. So I have a high opinion of Fury. I just don't think it was like too great of a film. And I also like that it highlighted the people in the tanks, which had a really really tough job. Great Swedish meatballs. I love Swedish meatballs. Irvin has an accent? Where's Irvin? Oh no. Irvin, speedy recovery, man. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Last Kingdom I've been wanting to watch too. But I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to sign off, but I'm going to hop on over to Twitch in about 10 minutes. So if you guys want to join me over there, if you guys like gaming content, I'm going to stream on Twitch for probably like a couple hours. So the link for the Twitch channel is below, in the description below this video. You can check it out below. It's probably over here or over here. So I'm going to hop on there and probably play some PUBG today. I kind of want to play some PUBG. But I'll be on there. I'm going to put on my crown and my sunglasses, and we're going to act a fool. So thank you to everybody who sent super chats. It's very kind of you. And thank you for everyone who tuned into the live stream. I hope I didn't really offend anybody talking about some of that political stuff, because, you know, I can rub people the wrong way sometimes. But other people brought it up, so I'm just answering questions. But thank you, everybody. Hope everybody has a good day. And I'll be over on Twitch. The link is below in the description below the video. I'll be on in about 10-15 minutes or something like that. So if you want to join me on there, I'll be on soon. All right, everybody. Have a lovely week. And I hope everybody's doing okay. And you guys stay safe out there. And please call somebody a Muppet today. I would greatly appreciate it if you did that. All right. Peace out, everybody.